Everybody knows MrBeast, even if you traveled to the most remote possible tribe in Zimbabwe and showed them a picture of Jimmy, it's a guarantee that they would say MrBeast in perfect English. What many people don't realize, however, is that Jimmy has a dark clone, and he's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. An anti-MrBeast, if you will, the Wario to his Mario. Someone that actually fakes his videos, makes false charitable donations, and even doxed a pilot.
Does Airrack fake videos? This question triggers me because of the lengths that we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real.
It was him for faking his entire 30 days around the world challenge. Which is so messed up, especially after doxing him, so far so that the plane company they used now hates Airrack for faking this entire section, lying about the plane not starting, and disrespecting and doxing the pilot like this.
Airrack is a YouTuber with almost 19 million subscribers, and his channel is continuing to grow despite all of these accusations. Now, it seems like he's getting even worse. After posting a video glorifying gambling alongside course sellers who claim they can teach you how to beat the house, Airrack has once again become the target of online commentary, and reinforced the idea that he really is the dark MrBeast.
We were cooking, and the dealer still had no idea that I was being controlled by a professional card counter.
Because this is a movie we've all seen before. Airrack was a rising star with so much potential that he was labeled the next MrBeast, right up until he was exposed for faking the very videos he swore were real, and for generally being a bit of a nasty person along the way. What followed was the classic redemption arc, the apology tour, the interviews about how much he'd learned, the big comeback, except he never actually changed, and this time all it took was 2 videos from one small YouTuber to tear down, piece by piece, the facade that Airrack spent years so carefully rebuilding.
The dealer knows, bro. Everybody in the casino who works for the casino knows. You've got a 360 camera, you're wearing glasses with a camera on them. Those are not allowed. If you walk into a casino with the Ray-Ban recording glasses or the Meta glasses, you're gonna get told, take them off, turn them off, do not come into the casino with these.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're talking about Airrack, the dark MrBeast clone that keeps getting away with it. For years, Airrack built one of YouTube's biggest channels by selling impossible challenges, over-the-top stunts, and one simple promise. Unlike almost every other creator on the platform, his videos were supposedly real. The easiest way to put it is that he makes the MrBeast type of content, and he's even collaborated with him before. Airrack has also publicly claimed that viewers could count on him to never fake videos, because of the lengths his team went to in order to keep everything authentic.
Does Airrack fake videos? This question triggers me because of the lengths that we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real.
That reputation began to unravel when YouTubers like Soggy Cereal started looking closer. The first major controversy surrounded his 30 Days Around the World challenge. Airrack claimed that starting December 1st, he would travel around the world while uploading a brand new video every single day. If he missed even one upload, MrBeast had his channel password and would permanently delete the channel.
But if I miss a day, my channel and all of my videos get deleted forever. You think I'm lying? I gave my personal laptop and my password to MrBeast, who is dying to delete my channel.
I literally have his YouTube channel, and I promise I will delete it if he skips one day.
The challenge was sold as happening live. Every episode reinforced that idea by reminding viewers he was racing the clock whilst traveling across the globe. But almost immediately, people began finding evidence that the timeline wasn't real. A smartwatch shown in one episode displayed a date in September, despite the challenge supposedly taking place in December. Food packaging featured September expiration dates. A television in another episode displayed a news report covering events from November. Instagram posts from other creators and people who appeared in the videos placed Airrack at filming locations weeks and sometimes months before the challenge officially begun. Instead of documenting a real-time race around the world, much of the series had already been filmed long before December. When YouTubers called this out, Airrack admitted that some videos were pre-recorded to give himself a head start. Later, he changed the explanation, saying they were emergency backup videos in case something went wrong while traveling. The problem wasn't that the videos were filmed early. Plenty of creators film ahead. The issue was that the series was presented as if everything was unfolding live, while the threat of losing his channel created constant tension. That urgency drove the entire challenge, yet much of it couldn't have been happening the way viewers were led to believe.
I gave my YouTube password to MrBeast, who has agreed that I have 30 days to make it around the earth, upload a video on this channel every day for the next 30 days, and if I fail, he will delete my channel.
This wasn't the only time Airrack's content came under scrutiny. In 2021, he uploaded a two-part series about visiting the Northwest Angle, a remote Minnesota community that had been heavily affected by COVID restrictions. The entire premise was that he wanted to risk crossing dangerous ice, empty his bank account, and spend as much money as possible to help a struggling town that had lost millions in tourism. It sounded like one of his most charitable videos. According to later investigations by Soggy Cereal, that wasn't what actually happened. He compared the locations shown throughout the videos with publicly available photos, and found that many of the places Airrack claimed were inside the Northwest Angle were actually part of a sportsman lodge, a resort roughly 40 miles away. The cabins, swimming pool, arcade, restaurant, and other locations all matched the resort where the crew had already been staying.
The Sportsman Lodge Resort, which isn't located in the Angle, but in Wheeler's Point, Baudette, a town 200,000 feet away from the Angle.
Throughout the videos, Airrack repeatedly implied that he was pouring money into a struggling local community. In reality, much of what viewers were seeing appeared to take place somewhere else entirely. What was framed as a charitable mission began looking more like a highly produced vacation disguised as philanthropy. The most serious controversy from that series involved a local pilot. Airrack claimed the pilot wanted to remain anonymous because of legal concerns surrounding the flight. His face was blurred throughout the video, and viewers were told his identity would be protected. But despite blurring his face, Airrack repeatedly said the pilot's real name on camera. In an area with only a handful of private pilots, that was enough for viewers to identify him almost instantly. A simple Google search using his first name and the location was enough to find him. The videos didn't stop there. Airrack and his team repeatedly mocked the pilot, portraying him as incompetent and reckless. According to Soggy and his sources' claims, parts of this betrayal were manufactured in editing. One sequence where the pilot appears to angrily complain about his plane allegedly used a fake voice recording added during post-production, rather than audio that was actually recorded on location. According to people familiar with the situation, the pilot's employer was furious after the video was released, and the relationship between Airrack's team and the flight company was permanently damaged.
Come on, stupid plane. Why don't you start? God damn.
Well, it's completely altered. See, this isn't what the pilot said. Airrack asked someone to send him a fake voice memo so he could use it as a voice overlay and lie about the pilot getting pissed that the plane didn't start.
For someone who supposedly wanted to protect the pilot's identity, the videos instead exposed him to millions of viewers while simultaneously portraying him in a misleading and embarrassing way. Questions about authenticity continued beyond those videos. His Cross America in a Straight Line challenge claimed he never left a specific route, and even included a map so viewers could verify it themselves. But the landmarks shown throughout the video didn't line up with that route, and Soggy later found evidence suggesting sections of the map had been digitally manipulated to create fake obstacles and to make the challenge appear more dramatic than it really was.
If you weren't already 20 miles off the line at this point, which I could identify by the billboards in the back, the structure of the sign, and conveniently enough on Route 29, an interstate highway which goes south throughout multiple states.
Even older uploads showed similar problems. His viral sneaking into a festival as a fake DJ video presented the crew breaking into a music festival, yet the footage accidentally revealed entry wristbands that suggested they had already paid to get inside before filming the staged sneaking in sequence. Added police sound effects further exaggerated moments that may have never happened. Individually, each controversy could be dismissed as creative editing or harmless entertainment. Together, they paint a much different picture and really show off how much of a fraud he is. You might be thinking that although this sounds bad, at the end of the day it's relatively harmless. Sure, he lies about faking his videos, but if the goal was to entertain an audience, he still clearly succeeded, even if it was in a dishonest way. Clearly people like to watch his videos. They've racked up tens of millions of views, so what's the harm? Well, that's exactly what the rest of this video is about, because what Airrack has been up to recently makes faking a few challenge videos look innocent in comparison. After the backlash over his authenticity, Airrack deleted roughly 28 million views worth of videos. His growth slowed, and for a while it looked like the controversy might define his career. But YouTube has a constant stream of new viewers, especially younger ones, and many of them had never seen the original criticism. Instead of trying to convince everyone his videos were completely real, Airrack shifted towards content where the spectacle became the point. His newer videos focused on entertainment rather than authenticity. He hid in other creators' videos like Kai Cenat, crashed live streams, and leaned into big collaborative stunts that didn't rely on viewers believing every detail actually happened. The strategy worked. He landed major brand deals, signed with the major talent agency CAA, and appeared on John Yushai's podcast, where he described himself as someone who had learned from criticism and become a, quote, very different version of himself.
Airrack is the guy who doesn't fake stuff, and that's why things kind of fell down harder.
Yeah. I think it's half me having a huge, enormous, borderline indestructible ego at the time.
Yeah.
I felt like I could do anything. I had only ever taken big risks and been rewarded for them. Right? What's the worst thing that can happen? Like, I'm gonna go film this thing and I can do anything creatively I want to do. And what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, if you put yourself in my shoes.
The lesson Airrack claimed to have learned came with its own irony. He named ego as the reason he got into trouble in the first place. Then, in almost the same breath, waved off the people criticizing him as probably just fans of his channel, which is, of course, its own kind of ego.
And if you're trying to stretch the absolute limits, you're gonna mess up, and I'm only appreciative on those videos for giving me feedback. Like, a lot of these guys that made videos about me, I don't think they would know as much as they knew about me if they weren't fans of the channel currently or at some point. And so I think the perspective is like, these are people who care about the brand.
Whether that claim holds up depends less on what he said and more on what changed. The large-scale spectacle never went away. If anything, the business side of the channel only became more aggressive. That became most obvious with his shift towards gambling content. Beginning in late 2025, Airrack started promoting companies like DraftKings and PrizePicks in his videos. Sponsorships from gambling companies aren't unusual on YouTube, but the timing became difficult to ignore. In April 2026, he uploaded "I cheated at the casino and won," presenting himself as if he had found a way to beat the house.
This is me placing a $2,000 bet at the casino. But what these people around me don't know is I secretly have a professional gambler in my ear telling me exactly what to do.
Stand. Oh my God! Right there.
I've hired the world's greatest gamblers to help me cheat at the casino with one goal in mind. Use their ban methods to turn $10,000 into as much money as humanly possible.
The title itself creates the first illusion. Actually cheating at a casino is a crime, so the video clearly wasn't documenting a real crime. Instead, it presented gambling as something that could be solved with enough knowledge and the right experts. Not only that, but just the way he presents it makes it seem like the coolest thing ever. Within 24 hours, small YouTuber MKAndy made a video titled "Airrack's video is casino propaganda," and quickly pointed out that the casino staff could obviously see Airrack's crew, cameras, and production. Rather than exposing a casino, the video looked like a performance taking place with the casino's cooperation.
We were cooking, and the dealer still had no idea that I was being controlled by a professional card counter.
The dealer knows, bro. Everybody in the casino who works for the casino knows. You've got a 360 camera, you're wearing glasses with a camera on them. Those are not allowed. If you walk into a casino with the Ray-Ban recording glasses or the Meta glasses, you're gonna get told, take them off, turn them off, do not come into the casino with these. We do not want you here. Airrack has a 360-degree camera on the blackjack table in a cup holder, dude. This is like, they know.
For those of you that don't know him, MKAndy is a former gambling addict that has used chess in order to beat his gambling addiction. Both of his videos on Airrack do an exceptional job deconstructing it, and the links to both of them will be in the description.
So during this 30-minute video, nearly 12 minutes of screen time shows Airrack in profit. Comparing that to the less than 2 minutes that shows Airrack lower than his $10,000 starting bankroll and only going as low as $9,450 and never dropping below $10,000 after 8 minutes and 45 seconds in his video.
As MKAndy points out, for most of the runtime in his video, Airrack is winning. The graphics celebrate every success, gambling experts confidently explain strategies, and losses are either brief or delayed until much later. Viewers spend almost the entire video watching gambling feel exciting, profitable, and under control, before eventually reaching the final reminder that the house wins. For many viewers, especially younger ones, that ending may never even be seen. The criticism wasn't simply that Airrack lost money in the end, it was that nearly everything before that point framed gambling as exciting, rewarding, and potentially beatable. The people standing beside him only made that message stronger. Throughout the video, he features and promotes figures like Mickey Mace, Professor Slots, and Dominic Lorigio, presenting them as experts capable of beating casinos. He linked directly to their pages and in some cases to expensive gambling courses they were selling.
So I called the most feared card gambler alive, Mickey Mace.
What up, Airrack?
There he is.
Mr. Nicky.
Mickey's won over $32 million gambling. He's so good, he's been banned from every single casino in Vegas.
Sitting here, you know, helping you win, and that's what I do, so I'm happy you're happy.
I'm happy. It turns out Professor Slots was a mad genius all along, and his methods meant we were up an extra $600. And after a few more small wins, Slots and I said our goodbyes. Dominic Lorigio is the 8th best gambler in history, and
the casino's worst nightmare.
I'm banned in the whole state of Louisiana. 75% of the casinos in Las Vegas. 4 or 5 cruise lines.
He is so recognizable that I actually had to disguise his face so that the pit bosses didn't notice him.
Andy argued this was the real issue. If someone truly possessed a reliable system for beating casinos, selling it online would make little sense because casinos themselves could simply buy the same course. Instead, the video introduced millions of viewers to people whose businesses depend on convincing others they may have the secret. Airrack denied that the casino sponsored the video, but Andy said that's not the whole story. Airrack literally shouts out the casino and links their website in the description of the video.
As we head to the next game, I wanted to shout out Inn of the Mountain Gods for letting us film at their beautiful casino and for somehow allowing us to try and cheat as much as I possibly could.
So even if he was not technically sponsored by the casino, the video still functioned like advertising regardless. They literally received positive exposure, appeared welcoming, and were portrayed as a place where ordinary people might outsmart the house. That message becomes harder to ignore when considering Airrack's audience. His videos follow the same high-energy formula popularized by creators like MrBeast, with fast editing, simple challenges, and a colorful presentation that naturally attracts younger viewers. Instead of treating gambling as a serious financial risk, the video explained casino games, celebrated jackpots with flashy graphics, and even turned references to gambling addiction into jokes.
It's actually insane that the first call out of Gamblers Anonymous or getting any form of help whatsoever from a gambling addiction is at 25 minutes into a 30-minute video.
To be fair, there are important counterpoints. The video ends with him losing money, reinforcing that the house ultimately wins. And compared to some of his older content, parts of his newer videos are more openly presented as entertainment rather than completely authentic events. But those defenses don't fully answer the larger criticism. The central concern is that the underlying pattern never really changed. Airrack's earlier controversies revolved around creating manufactured spectacles, while asking viewers to trust they were genuine. His newer controversies revolve around creating manufactured spectacles that promote literal gambling while framing them as harmless entertainment meant for children.
Tyler and I were doing everything in our power to down these clowns and win. Speaking of winning, I've teamed up with DraftKings so that you can win without having to spend the night in an arcade. And new DraftKings customers spend $5 to get $200 in total bonuses.
At the end of the day, Airrack never really changed. If anything, the change was mostly performative. The same behaviors he went on an apology tour for are still present in his content today, just packaged a little differently. And here's the most depressing part. It's not like his channel has declined because of it. In fact, it's the exact opposite. He's absolutely thriving. His views are stronger than ever, and there's no sign that his growth is slowing down anytime soon. Why, you may ask? Because his audience is made up primarily of children, viewers who either don't know enough or simply don't care about the broader implications of what they're watching. You might be thinking, well, eventually he'll get exposed, just like in this video. But the reality could be even worse than that. The kind of content Airrack is making right now has the potential to contribute to another adpocalypse. Think about it. What headline would be more alarming to advertisers than a massive kids creator promoting DraftKings-style gambling in a MrBeast-inspired video? If the wrong people start paying attention, YouTube could face another major advertiser pullout, affecting millions of creators who had nothing to do with it. And it would all stem from creators like Airrack pushing the limits in pursuit of bigger numbers and bigger profits. But unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, it looks like Airrack is going to keep getting away with it. Speaking of getting away with it, YouTube's most notorious predator was recently unbanned and is making a comeback. Click the video on screen to learn more.